And we are live with American Legion baseball action here from Hayek Field in Albert Lea with the Albert Lea Legion Post 56 Tigers taking on Stewartville here tonight, 6:30. And then tomorrow, Byron is in town, 6:30 start time as well. And we thank our, of course, sports boosters, Mapleton Marine, as well as Albert Lea Seed House Garden Center, On the Spot Appliance Service, Thompson Sanitation, Geneva Lumber Company, and is that everybody? As well as AgriGuardian and Bleachers, and we'll be back with starting lineups here in just a moment.
Have you made fruits and vegetables cover half your plate today? Even if all you've eaten is an apple fritter, you've tasted the work of a pollinator. From greenhouse-grown tomatoes to canola oil for cooking, pollinators are a critical part of the foods we eat. This is Mary from the Seed House Garden Center inviting you to stop by and learn a few ways you can help the butterflies and bees. We sell milkweed seed, wildflower mixes to attract honeybees, and organic alternatives for many garden challenges. Albert Lea Seed House Garden Center on West Main in Albert Lea. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
All right, we are back here at Hayek Field for the beginning of this game here very shortly, and a lot of familiar names from the Albert Lea High School team are going to be on the Albert Lea Legion Post 56 team, 19 and under team. It starts with pitcher tonight, Blake Olvey. He'll be going against a Stewartville lineup. Well, first, the Stewartville lineup, and that's Brady Pical, who is playing center field. Ty Horgan is the right fielder, batting second. Miles Hedinger is playing first base and batting third. Cleanup is Walker Bishop. He will catch. Chase Neubauer will play shortstop and bat fifth. Easton Paulson bats sixth and plays third. Ty Nagel is going to bat seventh and be at second base. Jack Patton is their pitcher, batting eighth. And Connor Kropp batting ninth and playing in left field. When the Tigers are up to bat, it's going to be Brennan Bakken playing center field and leading off. Jack Jellinger, shortstop, will bat second. Trevor Ball will bat third and play first base. Blake Olvey pitching, batting cleanup. Henry Agam goes fifth and plays third. Ethan Ball will be the second baseman, batting sixth. Cody Yokel catches and bats seventh. And Ben Kiters will be the eighth hitter up with, he'll be playing out on right field. And Trey Hill, the left fielder, bats ninth for Jay Anderson and Albert Lea. Olvey out there taking his last warm-up tosses. Bleachers, Sports Bar and Grill sponsoring one half of the scoreboard. AgriGuardian is having the other half of the scoreboard. And we are just about ready to go on a beautiful night for baseball action here. A little cooler than we've been experiencing lately, which is nice. Could dip into the upper 40s by the end of the night, but I think by the end of the game we'll still be right around 60, maybe upper 50s. As leadoff batter, Brady Pical steps in, the center fielder, batting left-handed for Stewartville. Stewartville is 1-3 on the year. Albert Lea, the only team that hasn't played a game yet here in Legion Ball because, of course, their players were busy qualifying for state and getting out in the quarterfinals up in Jordan. A heartbreaking loss there on a walk-off. There's a strike called to Pical, first pitch of the game from Olvey. So they had to get these guys down here and ready to go for Legion Ball after that loss. There's a opposite field single for Pical to start things, and he is on at first with Ty Horgan coming up, right fielder. He's a right-handed batter. So the Red Hawks, I believe that would be, is that Red Wing or what? No, that's Red Wing. It's got to be. They're 4-0, top of the standings here in Legion Ball. The A's, Not familiar with where they're from, but they're 4-1. Winona's 2-0. The Patriots, see, they don't have city names for a lot of these. I'll have to figure these out. But Patriots 2-3. Austin is 1-1. Owatonna is 1-2. Stewartville 1-3. Elberly 0-2. Casson starting out 0-2, and Byron is 0-3. They're going to be here tomorrow at 6:30. Byron. Top of the first, scoreless. Runner on, nobody out. Ty Horgan is up, right-handed batter, and the runner goes. The throw down to second is off target and into center field, and on to third goes Pickell, rather. So Stoll second, takes third on the E2. As Cody Yokel just, that one left his hand wrong, and second baseman for Albert Lee was Ethan Ball. He was trying to get to the bag, and the ball went past his glove hand into center field. The left hand was trailing there. So the throw was off. That one is to the gap in right center, and it goes to the fence. The run scores, and Stewartville off to a 1-0 lead with a stand-up RBI double from Ty Horgan. 1-0. Nobody out. Miles Hedinger comes up, the first baseman, batting right-handed. Here's high school baseball team. As we are about ready to go here for the bottom of the first. 1-0 Stewartville with the Tigers coming up to bat. Here's Brennan Buchan stepping in. Takes the first pitch from Patton, and he grounds it to short. And throwing it over to first, and an easy out for Chase Niebauer to Miles Hedinger. And there's 1 up and 1 down. Jack Jellinger coming up. As their defense is Easton Paulson at third, Chase Niebauer at short, Ty Nagel at second, Miles Hedinger at first. Connor Kropp is out in left, Brady Pickell in center, and Ty Horgan out in right. And Walker Bishop is catching Jack Patton for Stewartville. As first pitch is in, it's ball 1 to Jellinger. Right-handed batting shortstop. Ready for the next pitch. Here's the 1-0. That one's outside. 1-1. A little shade out in right now, but the rest of the field bathed in sunshine. In fact, everybody out in the left side of the field has to shade the eyes from the sun. Wind blowing right to left as the flags are flapping out in center field. There's a called strike. A ball and 2 strikes to Jellinger. Rather, they have 2 balls and 1 strike. I have 1 and 2. We'll see who's right. It's 2-1. They were right. Sometimes. There's a grounder between short and third on the left side and a base hit for Jack. He is on with 1 out. First hit for the Tigers. And we have a base runner with Trevor Ball coming up, the first baseman. Right-handed batter. And holding him on over there at first is Miles Hedinger. As Patton checks the runner, then comes home. That one's ripped to left, and it's going to be over the head of the left fielder out there, Connor Kropp. He was on his horse right away. He knew he had trouble. That's going to score Jellinger, and a stand-up RBI double from Trevor Ball ties it up. All the way from first, Jellinger on his horse, just like the left fielder Connor Kropp, who knew he was in trouble. He kind of squatted down like, oh my, that's going over my head. And he started going backwards and had to run close to the fence out there to retrieve that one. Blake Hulvey up now. The pitcher, right-handed batter, with a runner on second and 1 out. Strike called to Blake. Henry Agam on deck. 1-1 here in the first inning. Legion baseball. Albert Lee finally getting underway. Some of the teams have played 3 or 4 games already in this division. That one is way deep to left, and it could be gone. It is out of here. A home run for Blake Hulvey. A 2-run shot. That one cleared the fence easily, and it's 323 to get out. That had to be 340 or close to it, as he put a powder into that one. 2-run shot gives our Albert Lee the lead, 3-1 here in the first. Trevor Ball scores in front of him. And now Henry Egan with 1 out. It's 3-1 Albert Lee. No doubt about it. 2-run home run to left for Blake Olvey. Helping his own cause out there, the pitcher. Egan steps in, third baseman, right-handed batter. Again, his back leg is right on the back line of the batter's box as he takes ball 1. Patton okays the sign and delivers. That one is snubbed foul. Third base side. It's 1-1 to Henry. Ethan Ball on deck. Only 1 out. 3 runs in here for Albert Lee in the bottom of the first. Fell behind 1-0 in the top half of the inning, but have come roaring back, as Tigers do. 1-1 to Henry Egan. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground. Shortstop. Niebauer grabs it. Over to first. It's a little off balance, but they got him. Nice stretch there. Miles Hettinger is a tall drink of water over there. And he's lucky because those long legs did him well there as he had to stretch for that one. A little bit off on the throw there from Chase, but it worked out for Stewartville to get the second out on a 6-3 put out. 2 down for Ethan Ball. Right-handed batting second baseman. Nobody on. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch from Patton. Strike is called. So you're saying I should leave the equipment alone, Reg? I touched the wrong thing. I knocked us off the air earlier, so I apologize for that. I was trying to do good, and I did bad. There's the pitch is outside, 1-1. And we'll be back here tomorrow night for Byron coming in. I think we have 5 home games scheduled. I think that's all their home games they have. Hopefully we won't get rained out on any of those, but they do have a tournament in Rochester this weekend, Albert Lee, with I think they're guaranteed 4 games over there, Saturday and Sunday. We will not be following them over there. We have other plans. But for the home games, we can cover them. Also planning to do some Austin Greyhound games and some Lake Mills and Northwood Kensett High School games as their seasons are in full swing down there. Pardon the pun. Also softball. It's 3-1 now to Ethan. Nobody on, 2 outs. 3-1 Albert Lee. Oh, there's a strike called. Makes it a full count. Ethan was DH for the high school team for much of the year, but they don't have a full squad here. Some of the guys are out yet. But that's a grounder to third, scooped up there by Paulson. He gets it across to first baseman Hettinger, and time to get Ethan. And there's 3 down. But they get 3 runs, powered by a 2-run shot from Blake Olvey and an RBI double from Trevor Ball. And after 1 full inning on the AgriGuardian scoreboard, it is 3-1, Albert Lee. And if your crops are stressed, AgriGuardian products can give them the shot in the arm that they need to reach their full potential. Get more information at agriguardian.com or call 507-373-1559 and talk to Casey at AgriGuardian.
How do you want your life to sound? Like this? Or like this? Life is better with a boat. Find the perfect boat to get you away from the noise, because really, life is better with a boat. Find your perfect Crestliner boat with Mercury Motor at Mapleton Marine, also at mapletonmarine.com or on Highway 22 in Mapleton. Life is better with a boat.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On-the-Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
There we go for the top of the second inning. 3-1 Albert Lee as Stewartville comes to bat. And Blake Ovey will face the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Easton Paulson, Ty Nagel, and Jack Patton. Paulson is a right-handed batting third baseman. Steps in and lifts one foul. Not a play right side. Strike one. Oh and 1 to Paulson. And now a ball 1-1. A ball and a strike. And that one is called strike 2. Blake working on his second strikeout. Had a little trouble starting out with a single and a double, but then a strikeout and 2 ground outs got him out of the inning, only letting up 1 run. This one is aired to center field. Brendan Bakken camping under it, makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Brendan likes that one-handed catch thing. Well, my coach would have a fit. Of course, I played 40 years ago, so he always said, 2 hands. Thanks to all of our sponsors, too. I can't do it without you guys. And there's ball 1 to Ty Nagel. He's the second baseman for Stewartville with 1 out and nobody on. Top of the second. 3-1 Albert Lee. Northbridge Mall, T&W Towing, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Derek's Preferred Auto, as well as Mapleton Marine, Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, On the Spot Appliance Service, Thompson Sanitation, and Geneva Lumber Company, as well as our scoreboard sponsors, AgriGuardian and Bleachers, Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lee. Thank you, one and all. It's 3-0 now to Nagel. And he takes all the way, and it's a strike called. Three and 1. That's lifted right side, and looks like Trevor's got to call that one, and he makes the catch, stumbling backwards a little bit. Nice job for ball there, and 2 up and 2 down on a pop to first base. Just inside the foul line there. Back of first. Jack Patton, the pitcher, left-handed batter, comes up to face Blake Ovey, who's on a roll now. He's got 5 straight outs. As he rocks and fires, that one's just outside to the left-handed batter, Patton. He's the 8 hitter in the lineup. Connor Kropp is 9th. He's on deck if Patton gets on. Blake working on a 1-2-3. And this one is up in the air, left side, and Eggum's got it. No, he just missed it, boy. He had the sun to fight, and then he was kind of twisted around going backwards and couldn't quite get there to it. So it's just a long strike, 1-1 to Patton. Running in foul territory, about 20 feet past third. Sun is shining right in his eyes. I'll give him excuses. That's a tough play. Home plate is in the shade. There's a strike called. It's 1-2 to Patton. A little sliver of shade over first base towards second. Just the bag is in the shade. Trevor Ball playing back. He's in the sunshine. And then a little sliver out in deep right. And this one's same spot. Eggum this time gets the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning for Blake Ovey in the defense. A couple of pop-ups and a fly out to center. And it's 1-2-3. And after an inning and a half on the Bleachers scoreboard, It's 3-1 Albert Lee as they come to bat in the bottom of the second. Brought to you by Bleacher Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lee. Open 11 to 11 weekdays, 8 to 11 Saturday and Sunday with the best food around and specials every weekday. Like them on Facebook and get the word on what is featured each day. Always different. Plus, Bleachers has TVs everywhere with all kinds of different sports playing at all times. Although I saw Deal or No Deal today when I was in eating some lunch there. So they do have game shows from time to time. And if you ask nicely, they might even put on your soap opera. And don't forget breakfast Saturday and Sunday mornings from 8 to 11. Down on South Broadway in Albert Lee, it's Bleachers 507-473-2028. Getting ready for inning the bottom of the second here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you.
So we go to the bottom of the second, 3-1 Albert Lee. And they come to bat with leadoff batter here in the second, Cody Yokel. The 7, 8, 9 hitters, Cody Yokel, Ben Kiters, and Trey Hill coming up. Yes, and also top of the hour, so Power 96 is 96.1, KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. As Yokel is a right-handed batting catcher, stepping in to face Jack Patton. And Tigers up 3-1 here in the second. As Blake Olvey blasted a 2-run home run to left in the first inning. And also an RBI double for Trevor Ball. What do you need? This one is on the ground. Oh, misplayed by the third baseman over there as Easton Paulson was throwing it before he had it. And so it'll be Cody Yokel on first with nobody out. A leadoff single? I don't know if they're going to call it an error or not. I would have. I think you have to. That was kind of an easy grounder. It's an E6 or E5 in my book. So he reaches on the E5, and Ben Kiters is up. Going to have a pinch runner. That'll be Jacob Skinnis coming in to run for Yokel, so he can get his catching equipment on and rest his legs a little bit from squatting down on the top of the innings. Ben is a right-handed hitting right fielder as Skinnis gets his lead. And they throw over, but back well in time. Jacob. Nobody out. 1 on. 3-1 lead for Albert Lee as they try and add to that. First Legion game of the year for them. Some of the others have played up to 4 in this league they're in. But they were the only one of them teams to qualify for state, and so it took them a little more time to get back here and get going on the Legion team. There's a strike called, so it's 0-1 to Kiters with Skinnis on first. Pinch running. Shows bunt, but the pitcher wasn't even close to ready, so he steps off. Shows bunt again. Now they throw over to first, but Jacob's back again. Safely. Blake Olvey has thrown 29 pitches through his first 2 innings. Generally good shape there. It was 20 pitches for Patton to get through the first. Now they got Skinnis off first, but he gets back safely. Boy, he was halfway between first and second, but the throw was a little off, and he was able to scamper back to first safely and save the out there. So still nobody out. Runner on first. It's a 1-1 count. And he squares to bunt again, and that's outside. And again, Jacob is kind of out there too far, and he gets back safely. 2-1 now to Ben. Patton checked the runner at second, which doesn't exist. Now he checks the runner at first. And comes home, and it's bunted right back to the mound. And Patton picks it up, looks at second, but decides to go to first. Ben gets a sacrifice bunt, moving Skinnis over to second. So the sac bunt, 1 out, and a runner on second now for Trey Hill, the 9-hitter. He's the left fielder, batting right-handed, checking down to third base to see the signs. Jacob gets his lead off of second. Uniforms are fairly the same here. They're the same color scheme. Stewartville has a little white stripe in front that kind of differentiates them. Albert Lee has the white sleeves. But it ain't like it's football. You can keep track of who's who, I guess. Just base runners and base and defensive players out there. This one fouled back and out of play. It's a Trey, and it's 0-1. Top of the order coming up. 1 out, runner on second. Albert Lee already up 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. Legion baseball. Strike on that inside corner makes it 0-2. And of course, we are streaming audio and video on our website, kqprfm.com. Our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com and search for Albert Lee Baseball. And then our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/power96mn. And that one's fouled. So it's still 0-2 with 1 out. And now the winds are going out towards center. They were going right to left, but now kind of trying to switch and blow straight out of here to center, or to right center, as Patton checks the runner that now exists at second, and it comes home. That was way outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes, as Patton has been paying attention to base runners today. Quite a bit more than normal. As he now checks the runner again. And the 1-2 is on the way. Grounded to second. Ty Nagel has it. He's going to go to first and get Trey Hill for out number 2 on a 4-3 put out. But on to third, Scampers pinch runner Skinnis. And he is now 90 feet away for leadoff batter Brennan Bakken, who bounced out to third his first time, or shortstop his first time up on a 6-3 put out. It's now 2 down. Runner at third for Albert Lee. As Jack Patton rocks and fires, he got that outside corner, strike 1. Oh and 1 to Brendan Bakken. And he gets one foul to the third base side to fall behind 0-2. And now he's really got to be careful protecting the plate there. 0-2. And it opens up what Patton can throw, although he doesn't want to get one that goes past the catcher and score the run from third. Already, Albert Lee leading 3-1. We're in the bottom of the second here at Hayek Field. And Patton gets the sign he wants, and he fires. And that one is bounced foul, third base side. Still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside, a ball. 2-2 with 2 outs. It's 1-2. Am I seeing things? I thought it was 2-2. 1-2. And a strike is called. And they get Brennan on a strikeout for the 3rd out of the inning. First strikeout for Patton on the evening. And on the AgriGuardian scoreboard, after 2 complete, it's 3-1 Albert Lee. AgriGuardian has information to keep your plants healthy. You can feed them micronutrients that are actually available to the plant within minutes, not hours or even days like some of the other guys. Get more information from Casey at 373-1559 or online at agriguardian.com. And you can save 10% on your first purchase if you tell them J. Paul sent you, which is pretty handy as well.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
Do you know how to tell the difference between a weed and a garden plant? You pull them all out, and if it grows back, it's a weed. This is Mary from the Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, where you'll find less drastic and more effective ways to deal with the weeds, insects, and everything else that's competing with your garden this summer. Get a proper diagnosis at the Seed House, and with the right product in hand, you'll be more pleased with the results. Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center on West Main in Albert Lee. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
And strike one to Connor Kropp leading off the third for Stewartville from Blake Holvey, and he fires again, and that one is grounded to short, and Jellinger has it, backhands it, and then on to first in time to get Kropp 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up the leadoff batter, Brady Piquel, who had a base hit to start the game. I'm not sure that's his name, but the coach can't spell, so that's what he put down. That's what I'm saying. What are you going to do? And that one is outside in the ball. He can hear us. We could just ask him. Here's the pitch. He reaches for it and bounces it to second. And up with it is Ethan Ball over to Trevor Ball, and there's 2 up and 2 down here in the third.
The right fielder, Ty Horgan.
And Ty Horgan, the right fielder, had a RBI double in the first. Scored the only run for Stewartville when Piquel started the game with a single, stole second, and then reached third on an error on the throw by Cody Yokel, and then was driven in on the double by Ty Horgan. But then Mr. Olvey settled down and started to go into town. He is working on 7 outs in a row now. This would be number 8 for Horgan, if he can get him. That one bounces away from Yokel and Ball. Scoreboard shows 1-1. Is that what it is there? Yeah, 1-1. I have my own statistician, Reg. 1-1 to Ty Horgan. And the pitch is lifted to right, but camping under it is Kiters, and he's got it for the third out. And yeah, 3, 6, 8 in a row set down by Blake Olvey. After giving up that single and double to start the game, he's really settled down and gotten into a groove. And it is through 2.5 now, 3-1. Albert Lee on the Bleachers scoreboard. Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lee, open 11 to 11 weekdays, 8 to 11 Saturday and Sunday with the best food around. Specials every weekday, too. Food specials are great, but, you know, anything off the menu is going to be just fine and very nicely priced as well. Give them a like on Facebook, and you'll get all the updates each day on what's going on there. Plus, they have the TVs. If you're into sports, man, that's the place to be. And now with NHL and NBA playoffs getting into the nitty-gritty and Twins baseball, hey, they're on a winning streak. You can go down there and watch all kinds of sports at Bleachers on South Broadway in Albert Lee, or call 507-473-2028. And thanks also to Northbridge Mall and T&W Towing, Becker Auto and RV, Derek's Preferred Auto, On the Spot Appliance Service, Thompson Sanitation, Mapleton Marine, Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, Geneva Lumber Company. Couldn't do it without all of you guys. As we head to the bottom of 3 for the Albert Lee at bats here against Jack Patton. In his third inning of work, it's the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Jack Jellinger, Trevor Ball, and Blake Olvey. It was runs in the first inning, and it sounds like runs here in the third. Back in the first, Jack had a single to start things after Bakken had the ground out, and then Trevor Ball had an RBI double, followed by Blake Olvey's 2-run home run to left. So here we go again. Jellinger steps in, rips the first pitch high in the air to center. Backpedaling is center fielder Brady Piquel, who ended up catching up to it, but didn't look too sure of himself for a while there. 1 up and 1 down. Trevor Ball is up.
First baseman, Trevor Ball.
RBI double in the first for Trev. Change from number 33 high school to number 15 here. And he looks at the first pitch, goes wide and outside for ball 1. Olvey on deck. Here's the 1-0. That one is fouled back to the screen, and it's even at 1. One and 1. 36 pitches each for these hurlers today in this Legion baseball game. That one skips past catcher Bishop and to the fence. 2 and 1. Trevor Ball up with 1 out and nobody on here. Bottom of the third, and Albert Lee leading 3-1 over Stewartville as Patton delivers. Strike is called, and it's 2-2. Trevor hit the first pitch he saw in that first inning, and he got an RBI double. This one, he's working a little bit more, 2-2. And he rips that one to left. It's going to bounce fair and in for a single. Base rip for Ball. He's 2 for 2. And Blake Olvey. Olvey homered to left his first time up, a 2-run shot. And no doubt about it over the right over that right. Looked like it was going right for that white pickup that's out there now. I don't know if that was parked there before, but he steps in, facing Patton. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 1. Trevor getting his lead over at first. Olvey ready to go. Patton checks the runner. Now the 1-0 is on the way. That's outside. 2-0. Henry Eggum on deck. Shadow now all over home plate. Pitcher's mound is in the sunshine. Second base, first base pretty much in the shade. Short and third still in the sun. Here's the pitch. That one's also to left, but it's drifting foul and out of play, and it will be foul ball. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Spit it out, Jay. 2-1 to Blake Olvey. The Post 56 Legion Baseball Club been getting their first action of the year after qualifying for state. Had to travel up to Jordan, and that heartbreaking loss on the walk-off in the bottom of the 7th. Thought they had control most of that game, and then to get it taken away there at the end was tough for these guys, but they're here now and ready to go for Legion baseball this summer. It's a little shorter schedule than what they had originally because of the time that it took. Some of these teams have played 4 times already. There's a swing and a miss, and on the way to second is Ball. He's safe. Trevor in with the steal, but it was a strike to Blake, so It's 2-2 to him. 1 out, runner on second. Very reminiscent of his last time up. Runner at second. But I just don't think Patton wants to throw the same pitch he did last time he was up, because Olvey jumped all over it and sent that over the fence. That one's inside. Makes him dance a bit. 3-2 now, full count to Blake. Three and two, 1 out, runner at second for Albert Lee, already up 3-1. This one is up and shorter, though. It's in the infield. First baseman calling for it and makes the catch. That's Miles Henninger. And there's 2 outs. No advancement for Trevor.
The third baseman, Henry Eggum.
2 down. Trevor Ball at second, and Henry Eggum coming up. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. The dog is not happy about this situation. And here he looks at Trevor at second. And Patton comes on with a pitch. Almost looked like it was coming right at Henry. But they curved in for a strike. Well, breaking pitch worked that time, and it's 0-1 to Henry. Somebody throw a steak to that dog with a tranquilizer in it. Here's the next pitch. Ball 1, 1-1. One to Henry Eggum. Patton looks at Trevor at second with his big lead there, and a swing and a miss. For strike 2 to Henry, it's 1-2. As Patton's up to 48 pitches here in the third inning. Olvey, 36 through his 3 innings of work. Had a little easier. Well, he's got 8 straight outs, too. Patton, runner on second, 2 down. Henry reaches for that one and strikes out, and it was dropped by the catcher. And then he overthrows first baseman Henninger, and that's going to score a run. And Henry's in at second, and that gets by the shortstop, but not. He's backed up there by the left fielder, so he's not going to go any farther than second. But on an E2,
The second baseman, E-baller.
so still a runner at second and still 2 outs, but now it's 4-1 Albert Lee as Trevor scores from second, and now Ethan Ball is up. He had the 3rd out of that first inning, so he's looking to turn that around and get himself an RBI here. As Eggum takes his lead, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And down to third. Safe, says the umpire. Third baseman can't believe it. Easton Paulson says, I got him. I had him. But Henry got in there safely. So now 90 feet away from another run. It's 4-1 already. Albert Lee in the bottom of the third. Ethan batting here with a 0-1 count. 2 down. Jack Patton into his windup, and he's got one low for a ball. One and one. Ethan, right-handed batting second baseman, waiting for the pitch, and that one's in. It's called strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at third, a run already in, 4 in the game for Albert Lee. And Jay Anderson has his Legion Post 56 team looking good here in the early going, 4-1. Here's the pitch, and it is opposite field, and the right fielder goes back, then comes up and makes the catch out there, Ty Horgan, for out number 3 on a fly to right. And they get a run, so it's 4-1 here after 3 complete on the AgriGuardian scoreboard. That's brought to you by AgriGuardian of Albert Lee. Farmers could increase soil microbiology with AgriGuardian products for soil health and plant health. Casey's got all the information for you at 507-373-1559, or you can go to agriguardian.com and get started also with information. And Blake Ulvey comes out, having thrown 36 pitches to get through 3 innings. Taking some warm-up tosses here, and we'll be back with 4th inning action here on Power 96 Sports.
Considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you.
Here we are in the 4th inning. 4-1 Albert Lee. Leading Stewartville here as Blake Ulvey starting his 4th inning of work, having thrown 36 pitches to 53 for his counterpart, Patton. And Albert Lee, of course, has had many more base runners. Only 2 hits for Stewartville in the ball game. And that tall, slender first baseman, Miles Hettinger, comes to the plate. He struck out in the 1st inning. Right-handed batter, swing and a miss. He's the number 3 batter in the lineup. Walker Bishop up next, and Chase Niebar, the 3rd one up this inning for Stewartville. Strike 1 to him, and he sends one in the air to center. Bakken's got it. He's kind of forward. He makes his patented one-hand catch. 1 up and 1 down on a fly to center. Walker Bishop coming up, the catcher. He grounded out to short.
The catcher, Walker Bishop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for Albert Lee, including that home run in the 1st from Blake, which is right now the winning run hit of the game. That one's fouled on the first base side for Walker Bishop. And bless him, he ran it out there. That's nice. Not a lot of guys run everything out anymore. It's good to see. Even though everybody knew it was foul, but you never know. It could have hit something and gone fair, and then he'd have been on first. 0-1, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 4th for Stewartville, trailing 4-1 to Albert Lee, and that's a swing and a miss. Took a healthy cut at that one, and it's 0-2. Pitcher's mound now mostly in the shade, just a little sliver of light every once in a while. It's got to be weird for the pitcher because it's right in his eyes at times, but mostly not. But you know how it is when you move from shade to light, kind of disconcerting. Ball and 2 strikes to Bishop. And the pitch. Ooh, inside. Makes him back off a little bit. 2-2. Defense, Henry Eggum kind of even with the bag at 3rd. Jellinger's back deep at short, as is Ethan Ball there at 2nd. Trevor also playing back at 1st. Outfield pretty much straight away. Trey Hill, Brennan Bakken, Ben Kiters. Cody Yokel behind the plate catching Blake Ulvey, and that is inside and ball 4. On a full count, he walked him. First walk given up by Blake. And he's only got 1 strikeout, but it also broke up his string of 9 outs in a row with that walk. So Chase Neubauer comes up, the shortstop. He grounded out to 3rd his first time up. 1 on, 1 out, top of 4. 4-1 Albert Lee. And throw to first and back safely is Bishop. Alvey, face in sunshine, rest of him in shade. Checks the runner. And delivers home. A little high, so ball 1. Right fielder, Guiders in the shade out there. The other 2 are bathed in sunshine. Pretty much all of first base and almost over to second base in shade. That one's up the middle. Jellinger is going to get it, and he'll step on second. Throw to first is in time for, no, he's safe at first. Come on. He's safe at first. And so they get the lead runner, Bishop. Oh, they did call it? A little interference. And he's standing there pleading his case, but nobody's listening to him. Everybody's walking away from him. So it ends the half inning, and it's 4-1 Albert Lee on the Bleachers scoreboard. Brought to you by Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lee. They're open every day, of course, and they got the great breakfasts on the weekends from 8 to 11. And food specials every day, starting at 11. Just call it in at 507-473-2028, and you can go get it and take it with you or stay there, take a load off, watch some sports on the TV. They've got it going on all the time on their 14 TVs. And the food is excellent. Everything else is, too. On South Broadway in Albert Lee, it's Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill. Albert Lee coming to bat here in the fourth on Power 96 Sports.
Power 96 is looking for a self-motivated, goal-oriented salesperson. Experience is a plus, but we'll train the right person. Base salary plus commission, 5 days a week, paid holidays and vacation. Send your resume to dmassman@kqprfm.com. That's DMASSMAN@kqprfm.com. No phone calls, please.
How do you want your life to sound? Like this? Or like this? Life is better with a boat. Find the perfect boat to get you away from the noise, because really, life is better with a boat. Find your perfect Crestliner boat with Mercury Motor at Mapleton Marine, also at mapletonmarine.com, or on Highway 22 in Mapleton. Life is better with a boat.
Bottom of the fourth is Albert Lee batting here. Cody Yokel, the catcher, he reached on an error to the third baseman. His first time up. So 4 hits for Albert Lee. There are 4 runs on 4 hits, including a double, a single, and a homer in the first. Then last inning, they had a single out of Trevor Ball, who's 2 for 2, by the way. Cody with a 1-0 count. Well, he gets a piece of that one, but swings through it. And it's 1-1. Ben Kiter's on deck, and then Trey Hill. The 7-8-9 hitters for Jay Anderson's Tiger Legion Post 56. Here's the pitch from Patton. And that one is 3-1 now. Well, someone was 3-1 and showed on the scoreboard. Now 1-2. That changed quickly. 1-2. And the pitch gets away from the catcher. 2-2. As Patton is up to 57 pitches here in the fourth. 11 more than Olvey, who's already done with his fourth inning. And here's the pitch, 2-2 to Cody, and that's low for a ball. He's gonna make it a full count. Three and 2. Patton looking in, he's ready, and he rocks and fires. That's outside, he walked him. Got away from the catcher, but I don't think Cody's going to go much farther than first on that one.
The right fielder, Ben Kiter.
It's actually the first walk for Patton. And Ben Kiters comes up here. He had a sack bunt his first time up. Moved Yokel over. Well, actually, it was pinch runner Jacob Skinnis, but moved a runner to second. Here's the pitch. It is strike one. Oh and 1. Checking the runner at first. Squaring to bunt is Kiters here as the third baseman charges in. And he pulls back, but a strike called. 0-2. Yokel gets his lead over there at first, and it's an 0-2 count. Throw over there. No, he faked the throw over there. Still 0-2 to Ben, the right fielder, as he waits for the 0-2 pitch, and it's on the way. And he rips one down the third baseline and gets right through the hole in the third baseman's glove and gets past him for Ben getting on there. And another E5. That's a second error on that third baseman. On to second goes Yokel, and it's first and second now with nobody out. And Trey Hill, the 9-hitter, is going to get some instruction there from Jay down there at third. Nobody out. Could bunt the runners ahead here on a sac bunt, if you can get it down the first baseline. Otherwise, you're up 4-1, hit away. All options are open. Runners get their leads at first and second with nobody out. And Patton steps off and doesn't throw anywhere, but he's up to 62 pitches. Now he's ready to go again. Checks the runners. Comes home. It's bunted in the air. Not quite able to get to it. Patton, and everybody's safe. Nice bunt. It was a little high for my taste, but it worked out because Patton was off balance after the pitch, and the third baseman was playing back. He didn't show bunt right away, and that kept the third baseman back. And then he threw the bunt up there and popped it up, but unable to get to it. Patton, and everybody's safe. Bases loaded now with nobody out. Bunt single for Trey Hill. And now Brendan Bakken is up 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. This one's lifted to third. Caught there by Easton Paulson right by the bag. No advancement for the runners there on a pop to third. First out of the fourth inning for Albert Lee. And Jack Jellinger coming up. Jack singled and scored in the first and then flew out to center field in the third inning. 1 for 2. So a walk, a reach on an error, and a bunt single, followed by a pop out to third. The bases are loaded. One's out, and there's a strike called to Jack. Boy, if Jack sees a pitch he likes, this could get out of hand in a hurry. As if it isn't already 4-1. It feels like Hurley's been in complete control the whole time. That's ripped up the middle. That's going to score at least one, if not two. Here's the second one coming around, and he will be safe easily. 2 in on a 2-run single for Jack Jellinger, making it 6-1, Albert Lee. The 6th hit for the Tigers. As Yokel and Kiters score, stopping at second was Hill. So first and second, 1 out. And Trevor Ball up. He's 2 for 2, a double and a single, scored twice, got an RBI and a steal. As Patton checks the runners and fires home. This one is a flare to left. It's going to go over the shortstop's head and land fair for a single, and it's an RBI for Trevor. And the play at third is out. So Hill scored. It was Jellinger who was thrown out at third for out number 2. Trevor gets around to second with an RBI. He gets the single, goes to second on the throw home, and then on the throw to third, they got Jellinger for out number 2. But it's 7-1 now, Albert Lee, here in the 4th inning. And up to bat is Blake Olvey. He had a 2-run homer in the first and then a pop out to first his second time up. Swings and misses at the first offering from Patton. I think that was his home run swing there. Got a good rip at that one. Trevor with his lead off a second. 2 down. Patton spends a long time looking at Trevor, and then he throws in, and it gets away from the catcher, and on to third goes ball. 7-1, Albert Lee. 3 in the first, 1 in the third, 3 here in the fourth, with a runner at third and 2 outs for Blake Olvey, and the count is 1-1 to Blake. And Jay Anderson has to be feeling good about the start of the Legion season. Never know going into it how they're going to do. I mean, a team made up mostly of the high schoolers who just went to state and lost in the quarterfinal. They could be still smarting about that, but doesn't look like it. Looks like they're just more PO'd than anything and ready to get going and get some hits and get going again. 2-1 now to Blake. Ooh, that one hit the outside corner according to the ump. 2-2. 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at third. Blake already with 2 RBIs, looking to add another one. Patton shaking off a couple of signs. Now finds one he likes and he delivers. That one's breaking ball low for a 3-2 count now. Three and 2. 2 down. Patton delivers to Olvey, and that's outside. He walked him. Trevor was coming in off of third and went too far and then got caught. As he goes back, he gets thrown out at third for the third out of the fourth. But they come up with 3 more runs and take a 7-1 lead after 4 complete on the AgriGuardian scoreboard. If your crops are stressed, farmers, AgriGuardian products can give them a shot in the arm they need to reach their full potential. You can get more information at agriguardian.com or call Casey at AgriGuardian. He's a local farmer. He's used these products on his own fields, and he's increased his yields. He'd love to do the same for you at 507-373-1559. Back with the 5th inning of Legion Baseball here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
7 runs on 7 hits for Albert Lee, and they have a 7-1 lead here after 4 as we hit the top of the 5th. And Easton Paulson, Ty Nagel, and Jack Patton facing Blake Olvey here. Stewartville got the 1-0 lead in the top of the first, but they've been pretty quiet since. They got a leadoff single and followed by a double, and that has been it. They have a walk since then, but Blake Olvey put down 9 in a row after those first 2 hits, and then gave up the walk and then got a double play to end last inning. Paulson now with a 2-0 count. He flew out to center field his first time up, leading off the second inning. 3-0 now. As Blake has thrown 49 pitches, his counterpart Patton is up to 73. both through 4 innings, basically. And there's a strike called for Blake, and it's 3-1 as Paulson was taken all the way. But he walks him on 5 pitches. Second walk given up by Blake.
Second baseman, Ty Nagel.
2 walks and 2 hits is all he's surrendered with a 1 run. It was a single by Piquel leading off the game. Then he stole second, got third on an error, and was knocked in by Ty Horgan, the second batter up. After that, it's been all Blake Olvey. This one is lifted to left, but it's Trey Hill camping under it and making the catch. For out number 1, 1 up, 1 down.
The pitcher, Jack Patton.
Or no, 2 up, 1 down because he walked the first batter. A fly to left. Jack Patton, the pitcher, he popped out to third base his first time up for the 3rd out of the 2nd. Double play here would be nice. The bat's going again. And it's a grounder to third. It's not grabbed by Eggum, and that's going to be in. It was a hot shot, but he should have had that one. I'm going to give him an E5 on that one. Allowing Patton to reach. On to second is Paulson. And Connor Kropp is up. He's the left fielder. He was out on a grounder to short his first time up. 2 on, 1 out, and a foul ball. Strike 1. Kropp, the 9-hitter, so top of the order after him. Unless Albert Lee should turn a double play here. Could happen. Here's the pitch. Outside and high. That's 1-1 to Kropp. Connor, right-handed hitting left fielder. A very short bat he uses. He's not a tall guy. He's not as tall as Miles Hettinger at first. He's like 7'5". Seems like he's just a big dude. 1-2. Well, that one's breaking pitch, but he lifts it foul down the first baseline. Chasing is Trevor, but he can't get there. So a strike there, 1-2. Umpire shows Blake Olvey the business side as he wipes off the plate. 1-2. Runners at first and second, 1 out. We're in the 5th inning, 7-1 Albert Lee. First Legion action. Oh, they're going to get him off second base. Oh, he got back in. Well, if that was just a little lower from Cody, that would have got him. But nice throw, nice try there by Albert Lee. As Paulson was just hanging off second. But all he got for it was a jock full of dirt because he slid in, and he is filthy now. 2-2. To Connor. Oh, that one goes over his head and to the backstop, and both runners advance 1 base. So Paulson to third, Patton to second, and it's 3-2 now to Kropp with 1 out. And Olvey running into some trouble for the first time in a while. Needs a strikeout, and he gets it. Swing and a miss. That was a call. Thank you. I know what I'm doing. 2 down, second strikeout for Blake. He had one in the first inning, and he hadn't had one since, even though he had 9 in a row sent down. Nobody struck out in that period of time, but there he gets his second one, and that helps a lot because now, they throw it down to third, and it hits base runner Paulson. And rolls over to short, and then the throw home is going to get away from Yokel, and safe is Paulson. Making it 7-2, and on to third goes Patton. 2 down, runner at third, and a run in here, but 7-2, Albert Lee. And I know they're disgusted with themselves for getting out that run, but they got a healthy lead, so nothing really hurt. Top of the 5th. 2 down, just get this out and get the bats going again. Top of the order, and Brady Piquel singled and scored, and then bounced out to second. Two and 0 is the count, and the delivery by Elvie's up high again, 3-0. Suddenly, Blake's up to 63 pitches. As he delivers, and a strike is called. 2-2 is the count. Look at you, Reg. You could be an umpire. 2-2. Oh, he reaches for that one. Could have been ball 4, or ball 3. But he reached for it and fouled it back. Two and 2 with 2 outs and a runner at third for Stewartville. The run comes in here in the 5th to make it 7-2. This one is up the middle, but grabbed there by Ball. Actually, it hit his glove, and he wasn't able to pick it up. And everybody's safe. Run scores. That's Patton coming in to make it 7-3. And on at first is Piquel. But I got to give that an E4. Should have been an easy little pickup and throw to first. And Ty Horgan comes up. He had an RBI double in the first and then flew out to center in the third. 2 down, and then a little conference on the mound between catcher Yokel and pitcher Olvey. As he's up to 66 pitches now, just 7 less than his counterpart, who has been 10 or more pitches ahead of him through most of this game. Blake's running into a little trouble here in the 5th. Ty Horgan is a right-handed batting right fielder, and he swings and misses. Strike 1. Take care of him, Blake. Checks the runner. And delivers. Breaking pitch. That's popped up. And Trevor Ball says, I got it, and he does. First baseman comes in and grabs that one and ends the inning. They do come back with a couple of runs there and tighten the lead down. 7-3 is the score here after 4.5 on the Bleachers scoreboard. Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lea. Open every day with the best food around. Specials every day starting at 11 for the food. And they go all day long. But you can order anything off the menu and you'll be just as pleased. The food is great there. And, of course, they have TVs all over the place with sports of all kinds playing at all times. And don't forget breakfast on the weekends, Saturday and Sundays, 8 to 11. South Broadway, Albert Lea. It's Bleachers. Call 507-473-2028. Like them on Facebook, and you can get the lowdown on what's going down at Bleachers.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On-the-Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
Henry Eggum swings and misses at the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th here and goes down 0-1 here to Jack Patton. Leading off here, Henry had a ground out to short, and then he reached on an error and stole a base and got stranded at third in the 3rd inning. 7-3, Albert Lea leads. Time is called. 7-3, 3 runs in the first, 1 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 4th for Albert Lea, as they have 7 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Oh, they just got their first error. Yeah, I had a E4 there. Actually, I'd have to go back and look, but Stewartville with a 1 run in the first and 2 just this last half inning in the top of the 5th to make it 7-3, Albert Lee. Patton delivers, and Henry's got a bouncer to short. Scooped up there by Neubauer, and he gets it over to Hettinger for the out. Hettinger.
The second baseman, Ethan Ball.
So a 6-3 put out, 1 up, 1 down, and Ethan Ball comes up 0 for 2. So he's due. Ethan playing second base tonight. Cody Yokel to follow. As the 5, 6, 7 hitters face Patton here in the 5th. That's a strike called. .314 down the right field line, .323 down the left field line, and .360 to dead center here at Hayek Field in Albert Lee. That one's low for a ball. 1-1 to Ethan Ball. .343 to the gap in right, and .350, or is that 60, to the gap in left. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back by Ethan. Makes it a ball and 2 strikes. With 1 out, nobody on here in the 5th. 7-3 Albert Lee. Legion Baseball, post 56, 19 and under. Not everyone on board. I was looking at the, they took my lineup card, but there was 4 or 5 Albert Lee players that are not in uniform here tonight. So not a complete team, but it's barely illegible here. But Cameron Davis is out, and I don't know, 4 other ones that I can't really tell you. I have a copy of a copy of a copy, and that is high for a ball. 3-2. (3-2), 1 out, nobody on for Albert Lee. With Ethan Ball now in the full count, he rips one to the left, and it's going to bounce in there for a hit. And he's 1 for 3. 8th hit for Albert Lee. And that brings up Cody Yokel, the catcher. He reached on an error in the 2nd, and he walked in the 4th. So he's been on both times, Cody. He's got a runner at first and 1 out here in the 5th with a 7-3 Albert Lee lead. As Patton checks the runner and throws his 82nd pitch outside, ball 1. The fly in my nose? I'm just glad it didn't go in my mouth. That throw over to first and back in was Ethan. Because, calling the game, my mouth's open most of the time. So it would have been easy for the fly to go in there, but he chose my nose. Here's the 1-0. And that's outside. 2-0 to Cody. And Ethan's got laundry to do later. Yeah, don't be swinging that at my face. The fly swatter has come out. I don't want to have anything to do with that. That looks pretty nasty. It's probably been up here for 20 years. 3-0 to Cody, the 7-hitter. Ben Kinder's on deck. 3-0, and I'll bet you Cody just watches this one cruise by. As he does, strike 1 is called. Patton, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 7 runs. But of course, he's had quite a few errors behind him, too. I think 3. And that one's on the inside corner for strike 2. 3-2 now, full count to Cody Yokel. Patton checks the runner. Ethan at first. And now comes home with the 3-2, and they got him on the inside corner for out number 2 here in the 5th. Second strikeout for Patton. And Ben Kiters is up. He had a sacrifice bunt in the second, and then an error on the he reached on an error to the third baseman in the 4th inning. Power 96 is 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. First full day of summer. The sun is hanging out, longest day of the year. This is popped to third, and that is caught over there by Easton Paulson, and that'll be the it for the Tigers here in the 5th. They don't score, get another hit, and leave a runner stranded. And still lead 7-3 after, should be 5 complete there. Didn't put the 0 on. 5 complete, brought to you on the AgriGuardian scoreboard. If your plants need to be any healthier, I think AgriGuardian can help you out, farmers. Feed them micronutrients that are actually available to the plant within minutes and not hours or even days like some of the other guys. You can get more information from Casey at AgriGuardian, 507-373-1559. Or check it out yourself on the website, agriguardian.com. And if you tell them Jay Paul sent you, you get 10% off your first purchase. Pretty cool deal.
Do you know how to tell the difference between a weed and a garden plant? You pull them all out, and if it grows back, it's a weed. This is Mary from the Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, where you'll find less drastic and more effective ways to deal with the weeds, insects, and everything else that's competing with your garden this summer. Get a proper diagnosis at the Seed House, and with the right product in hand, you'll be more pleased with the results. Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center on West Main in Albert Lee. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com. Power 96 is looking for a self-motivated, goal-oriented salesperson. Experience is a plus, but we'll train the right person. Base salary plus commission, 5 days a week, paid holidays and vacation. Send your resume to dmassman@kqprfm.com. That's DMASSMAN@kqprfm.com. No phone calls, please.
There we go in the 6th inning, and changes for Albert Lee with the new pitcher, Trevor Ball, coming over from first. Ben Kiters will go from right field to first. Trevor Ball pitches. Blake Hulvey goes from pitcher to third base, and Henry Egan from third to right field. There'll be a test on this later, so I hope you're keeping track. Here we go. First pitch from Trevor to first baseman for Stewartville is a deep shot to left, but caught out there by Trey Hill. 1 out, 1 down for Miles Hettinger, and he's now 0 for 3.
The catcher, Walker Bishop.
Walker Bishop, the catcher, is he bounced out to short and then walked. So 0 for 1 with a walk. 1 down, nobody on. Top of 6, 7-3 Albert Lee lead. Legion ball kicking off here in Albert Lee. Although Stewartville, I think they played 4 games. I think they're 1-3 if I remember right. I can find out as he lifts one. That's going to bounce. Picked up by Trevor just off the pitcher's mound. He throws it over to Kiters at first for out number 2, and there's 2 quickly down here.
The shortstop, Chase Neubauer.
And Chase Neubauer, the shortstop, he grounded out to third and then hit into a 6-3 double play. There was some interference on that one by Chase to get him out. And Trevor looking for a 1-2-3 inning in relief of Blake Galvey. Strike 1 called. And here we go. Standings. Stewartville's 1-3. That one's lifted to left, and it's going to bounce in on a diving try there by Trey Hill. Picked up by the center fielder Bakken, and a double for Neubauer. A 2-out double, the third hit for Stewartville.
The third
Nice try by Hill. Probably should have let it bounce and got it, but you never know. He dived forward. He thought he had a shot at it. 7-3 lead for Albert Lee, so nothing hurt. As Trevor will try and get Easton Paulson out. Paulson flew out to center and walked. Strike one, swinging there. So a runner at second. 2 down. Top of 6. Scheduled for 7 here. As got a piece of that one, but knocks it back to the screen. 0-2. Stewartville's 1-3. The Red Hawks, where are they from? Is that, huh? Rochester? Okay, and then who are the A's? That's the Rochester A's. Okay. And who are the Patriots? Okay, so Century, Mayo, and basically the Rochester schools they're represented. But Red Hawks are 4-0. They lead the division here. A's are 4-1. Winona 2-0. The Rochester Patriots 2-3. Austin is 1-1. Owatonna 1-2. Stewartville at 1-3. Casson 0-2 and Byron 0-3, and now really playing their first game here tonight because they were the only one that went to state. And there's a strike called to get Paulson, and the first strikeout for Trevor. And 4 up and 3 down here in the 6th, and it's still 7-3 after 5.5, and that's brought to you on the Bleachers scoreboard by Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill. Great food. No matter what you order, you're going to love it. And the price is right, too, especially on those specials. It's always under $10. And they start that at 11 o'clock each weekday morning. So you can call them and get it started at 473-2028 and go get it and take it with you. Or take a load off and watch some sports. Or Deal or No Deal was on today. We got something going on cool all the time at Bleachers. And lots of TVs to watch lots of sports. And don't forget the breakfasts on the weekends from 8 to 11, Saturday and Sunday mornings at Bleachers on South Broadway in Albert Lee.
Are you considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you.
There we go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-3 Albert Lee. And it'll be Trey Hill, the left fielder, leading off, the 9-hitter. He has a single and a ground out to second for his efforts tonight from the plate. That was actually a bunt single, and he scored that inning, too. It was in the 4th. A 3-run 4th for Albert Lee, and that one's fouled back and out of play. Struck one. 3 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th for the 7 Albert Lee runs. And Stewartville got 1 in the 1st and 2 in the 5th to tighten it up a bit, but still 7-3 Albert Lee. And Stewartville down to their last 3 outs once they get up to bat here again. So Albert Lee needs some insurance runs. It'd be nice anyway. And he lets that one go for a ball. Is it 2-1, Reg? 1-1. You just read the scoreboard. You don't know what it is, do you?
I got one down here.
Okay, I'll believe you. It's a pop-up. Catcher's got an eye on it, but he just can't get to it. Too much to do for the catcher there, and so it's a strike. 1-2. That's Walker Bishop for Stewartville. Gave it the old college try, or high school try, or Legion ball try. 1-2. Patton facing Trey Hill and delivers. He's got over 90 pitches, does Jack Patton. As we are here in the 6th. Swing and a miss there. A foul tip. Makes it still 1-2 to Trey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leading off the bottom of the 6th, Trey Hill for Albert Lee, and the pitch outside, and it evens the count at 2. Two and 2. 4-run lead for Albert Lee here in the bottom of the 6th. That is a called strike 3. And that'll be the 3rd strikeout for Patton. First here in the 6th. And 1 up and 1 down for Brennan Bakken, who's due up. He's getting some instruction there from Jay. Hit a ground out to short, a strikeout, and a pop out to 3rd. So 0 for 3, and he's due. They've got the infield playing back and straight away, and the outfield straight away. Well, the right field, there's a little bit shading towards center. As he takes the first pitch, and it is outside and low, ball 1. Brennan ready for the 1-0. And he laces one to left, but it's going to hang up there and caught by Connor Kropp. 2 up, 2 down. Got a hold of that one. Nice swing by Brennan.
The shortstop, Jack Jellinger.
Fly to left makes it 2 outs, and now Jack Jellinger, who's got a single and a run scored, flew out to center in his second at bat, and then he had a 2 RBI single in the 4th. 2 for 3 with 2 RBI and a run scored for Jack. Nobody on here with 2 outs in the 6th of a 7-3 Albert Lee lead. Strike 1 called as Patton approaches 100 pitches. The 0-1 is on the way. And a check swing. The appeal did not go. 1-1. Pretty much the entire infield is shaded now. There's just a sliver out there towards second base. And then the outfielders pretty much have shade too. There's another sliver that goes out there. But I would say 90% of the field now in the shade. There's a little laser down the third baseline, but it's caught by Easton Paulson, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Patton there, his first of the game, and gets them up to bat, trailing 7-3 as Albert Lee has a 4-run lead, and Stewartville down to their last 3 outs here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
And we are ready to go. 3 outs left for Stewartville as Trevor Ball still on the hill here in relief of Blake Olvey. Took over last inning. Got a strikeout in a 4-up, 3-down inning for Trev, as he is in the 7th now, and he will face scheduled to face the 3, 4, 5 batters. No, wait a minute. Check that. The 7, 8, 9 batters. Ty Nagel, Jack Patton, and Connor Kropp are due up here, 7, 8, 9, to face Trevor. 7-3, Albert Lee lead in their season opening Legion game. Trying to get Stewartville to go to 1-4 on the year. Strike called to Nagel, who had a pop out to first and then a fly to left. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. That's low. 1-1. And the infield playing straight away and deep, and then the outfield straight away out there too. somewhat deep. That one is low. 2-1. Jack Patton is on deck. Trevor, 3 outs away from finishing this one off. He got a strike called there for 2-2 count. This one started close to on time. The umpires showed up right at the last second. It all worked out. Weak swing and a miss, and that's 1 down. Second strikeout for Trev. And that brings up Jack Patton.
The pitcher, number 3, Jack Patton.
He popped out to third base his first time up and then reached on an error and scored in the 5th. Left-handed batter facing righty. Trevor Ball, that one's up the middle, and nice play by Ethan Ball diving to get it, but that's a single for Patton, an infield single. Beautiful play there. I'm a former second baseman myself, so I can appreciate that. Connor Kropp, the 9-hitter, is up now. The left fielder, he's 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a strikeout. 1 on, 1 out in the 7th. And Stewartville needs 4 to push the game to the bottom of the 7th. This one is hit in the air to left. Back is Hill, and he makes the catch. Deep and left. He gave it a ride, but 2 down now, and down to their last out. And it's Brady Piquel, the leadoff batter. Well, you have doesn't that look like Piquel? It's a skied to left, and an out is made, and the game is over. And Trevor Ball comes in, and 2 innings. He gets 4 up and 3 down to complete the win in the opener for the Legion season for Albert Lea. A 7-3 victory. 3 runs in the first, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth. And that is how it ends here. 7-3, Albert Lea. Blake Olvey with a start. He got 2 strikeouts. And Trevor Ball in relief got 2 strikeouts. The runs scored for Albert Lea. Jack Jellinger scored a run. He was knocked in the first inning by Trevor Ball. And then Blake Olvey had a 2-run homer that inning. And then they scored the 1 run in the 3rd inning. Then 3 more in the 4th for a great start to the Legion season for Post 56 team and Jay Anderson and the Tigers celebrating their 7-3 win here. And they will have Byron in town tomorrow night at 6:30 right here on Power 96 Sports as well. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Northbridge Mall, T&W Towing, Becker Auto and RV, in Hayward, Derek's Preferred Auto, Freeborn County Solid Waste, as well as Albert Lea Seed House Garden Center, Mapleton Marine, Geneva Lumber Company, Thompson Sanitation, On the Spot Appliance Service, as well as Bleacher Sports Bar and Grill on the scoreboard, and AgriGuardian, another scoreboard sponsor here on Power 96 Sports.